And we are live. Okay. So, last we left off, the group was handling a ghost situation. Adrian and June were investigating that was in the Dark District of 18 Port. While Layla and Nail left and are heading back to the Peacock Inn to figure out their next step on their voyage. So I will let you guys. So you guys arrive at the Peacock Inn. The person in charge greets you, and if you are still wanting your rooms, like, you just need to pay, and it is, I believe I said that the amount was modest, I think. Let me get my notes here. Yeah, it was modest, which was 5 silver. For a room within this Peacock Inn. Do you pay that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm slightly distracted. I'm going through all the background stuff for my computer.
It's okay. So, you guys go, you guys get your separate rooms, or you're gonna share a room? Like, they do have that type of room where they kind of like have two beds, you know, like in the 80s or the 90s or whatever. Well, you had one room with 2 beds, basically.
Separate rooms.
Okay. So are you guys gonna hang out, or are you guys gonna go in your rooms and basically figure out in your personal situation what you personally want to do?
Yeah, I'll figure out my own plan.
Okay. So, well, since I know what Layla is planning to do, Nail. Nail.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I would want to do.
Well, remember you got some information in regards to your supposed vision. You also could work on your alchemy to make potions. You could always make potions and sell them, you know.
Yeah, let's see.
Do you want me to come back to? Do you want me to come back to you?
I have a question. Do I have the recipe to make better potions?
You would need to do research on that. You didn't technically do research on that, so the only things you can make is regular potion of healing.
Yeah, the common.
Yeah, the common one, the 50 GP worth one.
Okay, so I want to research how to make the next kind of healing potion.
So, greater?
Yeah, I do believe that's it.
Okay.
Greater.
Greater potion of healing. Yeah, because there's only 2 types. Potion of healing and greater potion of healing. So it is...
also superior and supreme.
Oh. Okay. So it is currently getting dark out. I mean, it is technically nighttime since you guys decided to do the whole ghost hunting thing at night, because that was when the ghost was appearing. So yeah, so the library would technically be closed, but that is something you could try to do on your own. So yeah, is there anything specific you want to do within the room? Because if not, you would probably want to go to sleep.
Yeah, most likely gonna go to sleep, since I don't think town would be the greatest point to try to learn elemental languages via elementals.
You mean primordial? If you're wanting to learn the language of the fire, earth, water, and air elementals, so primordial.
Well, I mean, primordial isn't a language in of itself in 5th edition. they elementals speak. It's where's Arion for air, Terran for earth, Igneon for fire, and Aquian for water.
Okay.
And while, yes, you can understand the other languages if you understand one, still better to have all of them.
Okay.
But I don't think that would be an appropriate thing to do in a town to start summoning elementals to get tutoring.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'll just go to sleep.
Okay. So you will go to sleep. And yeah. So going over to Layla. Layla, what are you doing?
I'm gonna do one final research into the demon neck. What's it called? Was it the demonology book I got?
Yeah.
One more research.
Yeah, because you were doing research about Mother.
Mother. Yes, Mother.
And about the demonology. So you want to do another look around within the book?
Yes.
Okay.
Because she is.
So you know the basic information, but if you want to like more deep dive into it, roll an investigation check to see what else you could learn.
Can I say what I'm specifically looking for?
Yes, you could say what you're specifically looking for, and if you roll high enough, you would find it. So what are you?
She is the mother, but who is the father?
Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Roll an investigation. Ooh. Okay.
God damn.
So you're looking through it.
Page just says error not found.
So as you look through the book, you find no references to who father might be, or even if there is a father. For all you know, like, Mother is able to create these demons from her own magic and doesn't require a male counterpart, by your knowledge.
Yeah. Damn. Well, we'll try one last investigation to something.
Within the book, or within something else?
I only have 2 books, the Necronomicon. This one. I wonder if it mentions who defeated Mother.
Okay, so you had the demonology book and you had the other book.
I think it was the gods.
Yeah, the gods of death? Or...
Yeah, it was something like that.
Okay. So yeah.
See if any of them mention.
So what exactly are you specifically looking for within that book? Willa?
No, I mean back in the demonology book again. I was looking for. No, I don't think it would have that. I guess I'll try looking up her children again. More information about them.
Okay. You find basically more stuff about her children who are basically can be champions. You notice that her lineage passes on especially to the tieflings, but only a select few of tieflings could have the bloodline of Mother, but it is very rare. Only pure demons have the bloodline of Mother.
Put a note of that. A little too late to go back and see what Shala and the Duchess are talking about. They're probably all done.
Probably.
Could catch her on her way back home.
Yeah, she was staying at the Peacock Inn before the whole fiasco started, so there's that. You also have the envelope with the supposed information.
I already went through that.
Right, you did. Right, sorry. Sorry.
I heard.
Do you want to do more research on the information you've got? Or do you want
Sure.
to try? So because you have options, you guys could do that. You could try to connect with your sister again. So
I was gonna do that, but I wanted to wait after harassing Charlotte.
Okay.
Charlotte.
Okay. So you leave the room and you're going to go where exactly?
Gonna stealth in the corner where I know she's gonna come in.
Okay, 19. Yeah, you're quite hidden. No one notices you. So yeah, Shala. So yeah, you see people go and all that. But if you're specifically looking for Shala, you would have to make a perception check because for all you know, she could have also changed her attire to basically, make herself less noticeable in case there are still remnants of the cult. 2. Okay. Okay, you don't see anything like her. Because you were so stealthy, you failed to notice Shala as she basically walks right in the front door of the Peacock Inn and says, "Yes, I would like to book a room here, please." You hear her voice. She's inside the main lobby of the Peacock Inn.
Failed to. So I've missed my opportunity to actually catch her. Or
No, she's still in the lobby. She's checking in. So you could do something. It's entirely up to you.
yes, I walk up to her.
Okay. Shada kind of like looks and like, Layla. Hey.
Hi.
How are you
Shada.
doing?
Oh, fine.
Uh-huh.
Very well, more annoying day than stressful.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
But how have you been? Having a little birdie told me you had a nice chat with the Duchess.
Well, yes, I did say that
Well,
I
of course,
was...
it makes sense you two would have a nice chat with each other. You're both people of high... What's the word?
Status?
Yeah. Ooh, be careful saying that.
I'm whispering this, Layla. I mean, yes, I am talking to her because I am wanting her advice and aid with a certain situation that is happening within my country. And yes, I am inquiring her expertise. Is that so much to ask?
No, that makes perfect sense. It's just, what else have you been telling her?
Nothing. Just...
Really, you haven't mentioned yours truly to her?
No, I said nothing. Nothing at all. She has her hands up, surrendering. I said nothing to her.
Detect thoughts. Which I can just read her surface level thought.
Okay, so her surface level sauce is basically like, I really don't want her to be mad at me. I said nothing about her or her sister to Alexandria. I am just wanting to go to bed because I haven't slept well in days because of this whole fiasco. And that's basically her surface thoughts.
Alright then. Good to know you're not a rat.
Well, I'm not a rat. I mean,
Of course. You're more of a mouse. But either way. Glad to know that you're okay.
I'm glad you're doing okay as well, Layla.
Yes. Doing a lot of research lately. We'll be leaving town soon.
Well,
Hope you.
I am supposedly going to accompany you because the Duchess is supposedly invited us to her mansion in
Yes,
Ravenspire.
Yes. Our group talk. Oh, we also had a chat with her about doing some business. Obviously, returning her precious gift. I forgot what it was they found, but that doesn't matter. What does matter is that both of us will be together when we go up there.
Yeah.
And don't worry. If you don't like me, you'll probably not like my sister either.
Like is not the word. It's more of hearing stories about it. It's what frightens me.
She can be a bit excessive.
So could you?
Yes. What about it?
Darts her eyes to the upstairs. It's nothing. Good night, and she is going to nonchalantly just hurry up the stairs and wanting to get to her room, not wanting to continue the conversation.
Dear little mouse. Okay, I had my fun torturing her.
Yes, you love torturing her. You love torturing people. I love that. So yeah.
Okay, going to bed / meditation to connect with my sister to see if she to see how she if that's possible.
Yes. So roll me a wisdom, and then roll me a percentile die.
Wisdom.
Okay, 3.
God, okay.
Now roll me the percentile. 19. Okay. You try to make a connection, but something is fogging up your link to her. And so, Layla, I want you to pick a moment throughout your childhood to this moment. I want you to pick a moment that really, like, traumatized you during your years growing up, as you were doing in that life. So, pick a moment, and you will be having a vivid memory of that moment.
What moment would it be? Oh yes, me and my sister actually sneak out of our room, went to a forbidden section
Of the facility?
Yes, of the facility. We got to see.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
More trauma for you. Thank you.
We wanted to see the rejects and how they were doing.
Okay, so I'm going to pick better music. And I think I went with... What music did I go with? I think it was this. So as you relive through this memory, you and your sister manage to sneak out of your rooms late at night, and you are going through probably some old shafts and everything. You find yourself into what seems to be an observation room. And you see a very large room. Very large. Basically large enough to be like a 2 football fields widths and lengths room filled with greenery, a type of supposed facility with tables, uh, like couches, tables, and everything. And you see, basically, other failed rejects. Basically, some with horns, some without. One with a demonic eye, one with a regular eye, one with like an entire arm that is demonic, while the rest is normal and everything. So you see that, and you see the researchers there in a different room. Basically, you are there's that room showcasing the rejects, and then you have like a small observation room where the scientists and others are basically observing them. So you go to observe the scientists and figure out what they're saying, and you just hear a voice, and you actually recognize this voice, for this was the voice that was doing the test that you and your sister failed and had to go through painful augmentation again to succeed that test. And you hear this cold toned woman. You can't see her, but you hear her saying, such failed monstrosities. If we are to ever make a superior weapon, an assassin, an operative, we must, how you say, push the boundaries of it. And one of the scientists says, we can't. They are what? Human? They gave up their humanity the moment they decided to do this for free food and a meal and coin. For as all I can say, they are just test subjects and should be treated as nothing more as test subjects. Begin the next round of augmentations for units 5 to 10. Section B. I want to be able to push the boundary of their augmentation in combat. I think we could use this to further test subject, I gotta remember your freaking names. Subject 106 and 105, sorry. To further test Subject 106 and 105's combat potential. After all, our main goal for you is to make more of them. And it's my job to give you the best product that you want. And like the scientist kind of like stays quiet and, do not worry. It's not like you're selling your soul to a demon. I mean, we're just pushing science and magic for the betterment of all. And you hear metal footsteps leave the room, and the scientist just mutters and, yeah, except I did sell my soul to you. You're the demon, he says as he just further inspects the containment room where the other rejects are, and says, this is all going to hell. So yeah, you and your sister listen to this. What are you gonna do?
Let's see if we can get a sneak peek at our test. No harm in cheating.
So you want to basically figure out the test. So
Yeah.
the scientist in the observation room does not know. Only the person that left would know because she was asked to put the test together. So you're gonna try to follow that voice. Like I said, you didn't see her, but you heard her. So you could use that to follow her through the air ducts.
Let's try it then.
Okay, I want you to roll a stealth check. With advantage since you are basically in your youth, you were smaller, so that means it was easier to sneak around.
Yeah.
So yeah, so 22, you managed to sneak by. You managed to follow the metal footsteps to a degree until you hear a sound. From your point of view from one of the air ducts, you see a door kind of like slide open on its own and then close on its own. And the only point of view that you saw of this woman was she was wearing a white beige coat, and she was wearing what appeared to be, to your point of view, metal boots or shoes of some form, and she had basically white silver hair and went through. So that was the back point of view that you saw.
Yeah.
So you could try to continue going through the air duct, or you could get out of the air duct and continue following her on foot.
Alright. Give me a second.
So I guess while this is happening, so yeah. So, Neil? You there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, while we're taking a pause, while you are sleeping, you are waking up. You find yourself in a room, a cavern room, filled with treasure, and a supposed throne chair in the middle of the room, accented by what appears to be natural light. And you see a figure sitting on the chair. You can't make out who the figure is, but there is a figure, and you hear the familiar voice that you heard from the first time you kind of like had a vision. So you hear this voice saying, "Interesting. You find yourself in my domain again."
Apparently.
My, you must so desperately want to get on my bad side. Did you get that?
I would only want to get on your bad side if I was doing this on purpose.
Well, somehow you're doing this. And not a lot of people are able to make a connection via through the dream way. So, my biggest question is, who are you? And you kind of like see yellow glowing eyes now depicting from this shadowy, faceless figure. And they're kind of like, from your point of view, narrowing in a sense of a predatory response as something is, as this person is watching your every move.
Well, I'm almost certain I'm not the one trying. To do this.
Is that what you say?
Yep.
So this figure then says, so you did get the question of like saying, who are you? And that's your answer to that question? What?
Well, the answer to the question of who am I is I'm nobody important, I guess.
Okay. So the figure then says, well, you wear the robes and attire and the manner of a scholar of sorts. And your accent is firm, so you are someone. You kind of like hear, kind of like slithering in the room.
I'm a researcher of alchemy.
So you're a studier of alchemy. That is interesting. Tell me, what do you think of my collection of golden trinkets?
I think it is an impressive collection.
Why, thank you.
Although, it is a pity that it is here and not someplace that it can be admired by the masses.
Oh, you're one of those. I must say, the last person that tried to steal from me said the same thing. And you kind of like feel something around your feet. You look down and you see what appears to be reptilian body of a snake. Sadly, that individual didn't live long enough to hear my rebuttal, if you get my meaning.
Well, I would never try to steal from you.
Yes, but there is something about you. You seek something, yet you cannot attain it. Tell me, what do you seek?
Hmm. Well, I mean, there's always knowledge, but if you want something a bit more personal, I've always wanted 2 items. Legendary power.
Ah. Then how about this? A deal, if you would. If you ever attempt in this communication with me again, I will welcome it. I will admit it does get a bit boring being here all by my lonesome, and having a conversation with an individual such as you is not horrible. In return, I wouldn't mind giving some aid or information on these items you request.
A conversation with an intellectual is always welcome, in my opinion.
Oh boy. Okay, hang on, I need to take a break.
Okay.
Just give me a moment. Sorry about that. Family member was calling me. So you were saying something before I was interrupted?
Intellectual conversation is always a welcome one.
Okay. She then says, "What is it do you seek, my dear fellow?"
Staff of the Magi and the robes of the Archmagi. The thing, 2 objects that all spellcasters truly desire.
You kind of like... You don't hear anything in a response, but you then feel shifting among the gold piles, and you see what appears to be a reptile body, a snake, and you actually now get a bigger picture. This individual, this snake, seems to be large, like very large, and you see this figure that was on the chair kind of like rise up, and you see this individual kind of like slithers up to you, and you actually see that this person is a snake person, a type of yuan-ti. Except this person is blindfolded, and she then looks at you and says, "I may know such objects are located. However, they are quite impossible to acquire at your current ability. But I will reveal this location to you, and it will be up to you how you decide to handle it." And she kind of like leans close to you. "Just don't die on me yet, little one. I so wish to continue our conversations." And she kind of like turns around and slithers back to the throne room, to her throne, and she then says, "Until we meet again." And you wake up. It's morning, from your side. I'll get back to Layla soon, just for doing this to pass the time. But yeah, you wake up and you then notice does Nail have a personal journal or a personal book of their own?
Yes.
Okay, you noticed on your side of the table of your nightstand, your quill and the book is open, and you see what appears to be coordinates. 2 separate coordinates on the book. Well, in the book.
Do I have any vague idea where these coordinates are?
Well, the coordinates are there, but it does say one thing. Firhum. So you know it's on the continent of Juma in the Firhum country. And if you get a map of Firhum and you roll high on, I'm thinking, intelligence or a wisdom, I'm thinking, basically a survival check to read the map, you will be able to discern where the location is.
Well, I mean, if I got a map, wouldn't I just be able to look
Well,
on
again,
margins for the coordinates?
these are like longitude and latitude, you know, like all of those things.
Yeah, wouldn't a proper map have those marked?
Not in the medieval times.
Even a proper map would, like one with those set things on them. I
Well,
just wouldn't be able to use any map to do it.
yeah,
We need a very accurate survey map.
yeah, but in the current thing, you don't exactly have that. You don't have access to that type of maps. You could, if you go to the library, there is a possibility, but yes. So, switching gears. Layla.
Yes.
So I gave you the option, you guys, to continue going into the air ducts to follow this individual, or you could get out of the ducts and follow the individual on foot.
Continuing through the air ducts to see how far I can get.
Okay, you continue until you see what appears to be a circular dome type room, and you see what appears to be a chair. And this chair is on the floor, and you see this individual sit in it. And at this point, as this individual sits, the chair kind of like elevates, and you then see what appears to be magic runes and displays surrounding this individual, as well as what appears to be other individuals in the room who are cloaked, who are wearing cloaks and everything. So yeah. So this individual is in an elevated chair. Once this individual sat on it, the chair kind of like elevated, and now there were like magical runes basically in front of this individual, and this individual is basically touching these runes and basically putting them on what appears to be the Sheikah plates that you recognize.
What?
The tablets that you had with that artificial intelligence or so. Basically similar tablets as this person appears to be storing information on them.
I make a point to memorize her movements. I'll try.
They seem normal, but something is off about this individual. You can't put your finger on it.
Would that be an insight or an arcana?
I think if you're trying to read this individual, because like the movements of this individual, like her movements, they seem normal, but again, something's off about her. You can't put your finger on it. So insight is basically reading someone if they're telling truth or basically something else, while perception is basically seeing, looking, smelling, and tasting. Arcana is basically looking up and trying to figure out magic. So if you're wanting to roll Arcana to basically recognize maybe some of the symbols, you
try
could do that.
Or okay, let me try that.
It's up to you. Okay, 20. So with that, you look carefully, and you can recognize some of these symbols. They seem to be the regular Fairhome magical alphabet, if you would, for spell casting, for verbal, and all of that. You know, like saying the magic words and everything. You recognize some of them. Some appear differently. They are unknown to you. You can't recognize them, but you can recognize how they look.
Let me read it from where I'm. Would I be able to read what she's typing?
What are the languages? Do you know?
I'll check real quick. Infernal.
Okay, Infernal and Common. These appear. So some are common. Only glimpses, as this person is basically translating. But basically, you could say journal entry -7 -22. Subject 106, 105 have proven to be troublesome and refuse to listen to protocol. They always tend to be together whenever they cause trouble. Further investigation is required. Side note: Curie and Siri, what would happen if they were to separate? Combat efficiency is necessary, but single combat is needed. We must conduct more experimentations on this bond of theirs. And journal entry -7 -22. Beginning journal entry experimentation -10 -6. Experimentation test of subject 106 105. Let us begin. As you can see, this individual typing, and it is not in common. It is in an entirely different language. You cannot read it, you cannot understand it.
Maybe. I'll try detect thought on her
Oh.
and read her surface level thoughts.
Okay, so this is on a creature, right? A living creature, right? A mortal creature, right?
Yes.
Okay, just asking. So, as you do that, you're trying to establish a connection. You're doing it. You're trying to, but for some reason you're not connecting. You can't establish a link to read this individual's thoughts.
Odd. Should I really be surprised they have ways to protect themselves from me?
As soon as this,
Again,
so
actually, okay.
No, no. What were you gonna say?
In her own thoughts. She seems to be like a stone wall. I could at least read the emotions of the other scientists.
You want to do that?
Hmm. Oh, yeah, that's right. There are other. Well, no. She means. No. I think that's all she's gonna get.
Okay.
What happens next?
So as you were trying to do this, and as you failed and everything, you then hear an alarm going off and an announcement saying, Subject 106 and 105 have broken quarantine. They have escaped. Locate them and apprehend them. And you just see this individual sighing like, maybe I should begin the experimentation now. And you see this chair basically descend back to the floor, and you then see this individual. You actually now get the a better look on this individual. You see this person wearing the coat with white silver hair, except she does not look human. She doesn't intactly look mortal. You see this individual to be a type of mechanical being.
She's an android?
And you just see her kind of like use a magic to basically connect with the kind of like intercom. Apprehend them, but separate them. I want to begin my new series of experimentation on them for combat potential. And if they prove difficult, do not hesitate to forcefully make them comply. I do not need them to be fully, how should I say, unharmed. And she ends the communication, and yeah. What do?
There are other scientists in the room?
The scientists are staying in the room. Like I said, these people are cloaked and hooded. You cannot make any features at all unless you make a very good perception check.
Can I detect their thoughts?
You want to detect thoughts? Okay. So you are managed to able to detect.
Or I guess I want to see if they have a. They're not mechanical like she is. I guess detect thoughts would be the best way.
Okay. So as I was saying, as you go to detect thoughts, you detect thoughts. There's only one surface thought saying that it's just Protocol 6, Protocol 7 engaging, Protocol 5 doing this, and all of that. Basically, everything was protocols and all of that. You are able to read their minds, but they seem to be acting more like, well, not alive in a sense.
Was gonna put them to sleep, but I think they would just work through their even being asleep. Going to follow the metal lady.
You're gonna follow Metal Lady?
Yes.
Okay. You follow her, making us a stealth check. With advantage, because again, you are... Well, actually, no. It's gonna be a normal check, because you would have advantage because of your size, and you're in the ducks. However, you have disadvantage since they are now aware that you are missing, so... It's just a straight up roll of stealth. Not bad, not bad. 22. Okay, you managed to remain unseen. You and your sister crawling through the ducts. You then follow this metal lady, and one of the scientists, after a few hours or so, saying, Madam, We still cannot find them. She kind of like ponders. Gather all of your fleshy people in room 762. And then I will have my personnel execute protocol X1. And like the person stutters and like X1? Are you certain you want to go that far to apprehend them? She says they are priceless. We can't exactly lose them. And besides, naughty children need to be disciplined harshly if they don't obey. And you see the woman basically going to like another hallway that the vent you could follow, but the vents in this like particular section is very narrow, and
What about the other scientists? Where is he going?
he is getting all of the people, all of like the mortals, if you would, to gather up into a room.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Sleep.
Okay. Okay, hang on. This spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. So 25, 27?
Yes.
He's asleep. Like,
You should have drinking more coffee this morning.
So yeah, what do? You're still in the vent. Are you gonna get out of the vent, or?
Yes, we're gonna get out of the vent and cause a little bit more havoc.
Okay.
I think our friends want to come out and play.
Oh, you're talking about the others.
Yes. Give me a second. Dog is complaining.
That's okay.
Fun fact, coffee doesn't make you stay awake, it just makes it so you don't realize how tired you are.
Exactly. So, yeah, Layla.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna go all the way back to that room where the rejects are, and you're gonna try to open up the doors to let them out, right?
Yes.
Okay. You managed to go there unseen, because I'm using your previous stealth roll. You managed to get to the room of the observation. No one is there. So you're all alone. The door is... So yeah. So the door is closed. You're in the room. You see a panel, and you see the windows, and then you see what appears to be, like a type of, what, clipboard with notes on it, that is hanging from the wall. What do you do?
Mage hand it down to me.
Okay, you mage hand the clipboard down. You see it's notes depicting like schedules and certain subjects that need to be kept an eye on.
Anything about how to open doors?
Uh,
Or which buttons would release them?
the clipboard says nothing in that regard. Your sister kind of like goes over to the
Control panel?
control panel and looks at it and like, huh, this is interesting. It's kind of like that game we used to play when we were at least 3 years old.
Yes. I wonder what this color does. Presses one button randomly.
I want you, okay, to roll a 1d4 die for me.
Alright.
So I have a table, And like, okay, you rolled a 3. Okay, 3, uh, 3. So you press the button, and you like the only thing that happens is the control panel, a light that was previously not on turns on and it's red.
Press it again.
You press it and it turns off the light.
Anything? Are there any symbols on the buttons, or?
Yeah, there are some symbols. So the button you pressed seemed to be from what you could gather is the symbol called speech. And then there's another one that basically showed what appears to be someone being restrained. Another button shows basically a type of alert button in the writing. And then you see something that has a lock on it.
Going to press the lock.
Okay, you press the lock. You then hear a access denied. Need access card to activate to disengage doors.
Let's see if that scientist man is still asleep. Let's steal something. I bet he has a key.
So you're entirely in a different corridor than that
yeah,
man.
Too far away.
Yeah.
Very well. Are there any other buttons, other panels that have?
No, there's only one control panel, and they are the only buttons you see. So, what are you gonna do?
Is it a key card, you said, or a password?
They need a kind of like key card. So you see a slot. So basically, they will put like a certain card in there, and then they will press the button.
Annoying. I'll investigate to see if someone left their key card here.
Make an investigation check. Roll good. Nope.
God damn it.
The only thing you find is basically empty mugs and empty like scrap pieces of paper. Nothing of interest, and you just see your sister like, what are we doing, sister?
We're trying to free our friends down there.
Yes, but we can't because of this stupid button. And you just see her like, ah, and she just smashes the control panel. And then out of nowhere, a voice says, access granted, doors opening. And the doors are now opening, and everybody in the everybody in the recognitional area, like, look and like, what? And you just hear another voice saying, alert, alert. Subjects have been freed. Alert, alert. Get to containment hall Alpha 6. Alert, alert. So, yeah. Everybody's now converging. What are you gonna do?
Go to the speak button.
Okay. You press it. The light's on now.
Hello, reject.
Everybody in the room kind of like looks around, have no idea where you're speaking from.
Today's a special day. You get to play in room Alpha 6. It should be... Would I know where that room is? Or
So Alpha 6 is basically Containment Hall. Alpha 6 is basically the room that these rejects are in.
Oh, I thought they were saying like you had to. I thought they were telling them to go to a panic room.
No. No.
Alright. Today's your day to be free. Kill as many people in white coats as possible. The one who kills the most gets a special prize. Sweets.
Okay, so you see some people, kind of like lab coat people, along with security personnel. They just like come by and like, uh-oh, and immediately, what appears to be a metal rod of sorts, basically launches and impales one of the scientists to the walls and like gushes up blood, like. Alert! Alert! All forces converge to Containment Hall Alpha 6. Alert! Alert! Hostiles have been engaged. Alert! Alert! Weapons are required. And you just hear voices and screams coming from the containment hall like, "Roar!" And they're now rushing out of the room and everything. So yeah, what are you gonna do?
This was fun. Let's go back. Let's go back to bed.
Okay, so as you leave the room, both you and your sister, you feel a chill running down your spine. And you then hear a voice saying, my, you two have been very naughty children. And it's the same voice that you were following. You turn, and you see the woman, and says, seems I need to employ the carrot and stick method. Mainly the stick. And you see, beside this woman, is a metallic, large individual, basically large enough to be a kind of like a semi Goliath, if you would. So a large Goliath, but metallic and metal, and says, X1, apprehend them, and, well, I don't care how rough you need to be, but make it hurt. And you just see the eyes kind of like glow and saying, apprehending subjects 105 and 106. Engaging. And is stepping forward and is about to grab you. What do you do?
Tell my sister to run while I cast Shatter on it.
Okay, you're gonna cast Shatter?
Yes.
Okay, give me a moment because I want to see something. Let's see. Is this second or third level?
It is second level.
You just... What?
Oh, sorry, you finish.
Okay, so as you are casting the spell, you just look at... The woman just looks at you and just says, I will have silence. Snaps her fingers and your spell breaks apart.
Okay, wasn't did she cast Cone of Silence or did she cancel?
She counterspelled it.
Since when do machines cast spells?
Before anyone could answer, so you would have no AC on except for your natural AC.
No, I don't imagine me winning this fight. So
yeah, so
narratively,
no. So as the Goliath grabs you, you feel a very violent shock coursing through your body as you're basically shocked unconscious. As you are slightly conscious enough, like slowly falling into unconsciousness, you just hear the pain screams of your sibling as she is enduring more torment than you. And the woman just coldly says to you, my, it seems I really need to rework that attitude of yours, Subject 105. Or are you 106?
She's 106. She is the. I am the youngest.
Okay, so you're 106, got it. Subject 106. I will be sure to educate you. And you fall unconscious and you wake up in the morning. So, Layla and Nail, you are awake in the morning. I told you what you all see and acquired. So yeah, what are you gonna do?
Get up, get some breakfast.
Okay, you do that. Nail, what are you doing?
I guess I'm gonna go and. So, is there an alchemist research guild in town? I don't think there was. So I think I'll go to the library to research.
You did not exactly ask, but there is. I think. Let me go over to my notes.
Well, I've asked at one point if there's a Ferrum alchemist's guild, and there wasn't.
Right. There is an alchemist guild, but not a Ferrum one.
Well, I guess I could try the non-Ferrum alchemist's guild first, and then go to the library to conduct research on how to make greater healing potions.
Yep, it's entirely up to you.
So yeah, I'll go to the alchemist's guild, wherever that is.
Okay, so going around, the only thing you could think of asking directions would be to go into the rat burrow, since most of the magical shenanigans that are happening, if you would, come from that district.
Okay.
So you go there. You go there?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you arrive, you look around because I don't think you've been in the district before. But basically it's a dark, kind of like shadowy district alleyway type situation. And you see signs and all of that. You see a building with a cauldron and a broom on it, and you can discern that it must have something to do with alchemy. And what you could discern is called Witch's Alchemy. Is the name of the store. So Witch's Alchemy. Which is alchemy. So yeah. Do you go in?
Yes.
Okay, you go in, and you see around what appears to be large cauldrons at work. Um, Vials, there we go. Vials of different colored liquids being poured, being used. You see what appears to be two individuals working basically at a station. You see one individual that's kind of like in the front and is basically handling another cauldron, and this individual is a man, and he is basically kind of like in his mid 40s.
I'm gonna go up to the man and say, "Hello, good sir. I'm wondering if you have a recipe for greater healing potions."
So as this person turns, you see that this person kind of has a lazy eye and says, "Well, you want a recipe for a greater healing potion? Uh, let me look." And the lazy eye is kind of like watching you as the other eye is basically like looking at something else. So yeah. This person goes through like the books, kind of like flips them over and everything, goes through them and like, yeah, and kind of like whips a page from an actual book and says, "Here, recipe."
I take the recipe.
Before, well, no, you don't take it. He just says, "Eh," kind of like gestures coin.
How much?
You kind of like, "1 copper."
I'll give him a copper.
He takes it and like, and gives it to you. He then drops the copper coin in the cauldron, and like a big explosion happens. Make a dexterity save to see if you could avoid getting hit by the explosion. 14. Okay, you managed to like, oh shit, duck out of the way, and like, everything is covered in soot and smoke, and the guy's face is covered like in black soot, and like, needs more nutmeg. And like the other two individuals kind of like look at each other, and kind of like one of them gives like a little crazy cuckoo gesture as they continue working on their own alchemy, and like, have good time, enjoy, as he continues to well, do alchemy.
Okay. And I'm gonna leave.
Yep, you leave. You now have a torn page on the recipe to make greater healing potions.
I'm gonna read the recipe. Is there any ingredient that is unusual?
As you look, you do see that there is one ingredient that is kind of like main ingredient that cannot be substituted. Appears to be Yorin Trader root. So Yorin Trader root. So main ingredient for greater healing potion. So yeah. So you need that root, and I am going to say that this is, since you are making a greater healing potion, and since this is actually more expensive because of the whole regular healing potion. Because
It's 100 gold rather than 25. It takes a week.
no, it's basically, yeah. So I am going to say that in order to get the material, you need to buy 100 gold worth of the root, and you need to multiply that by the amount of potions you want to craft. So if you want to make 2 greater healing potions, you need 200 GP for the root. And you have to like make sure that they're in stock. If they're not in stock, then you can't craft them.
Yep, I'm gonna go to a place that sells this root and see how much I can buy.
Yeah, so there is the Vines of Compassion, which is an herb/incense shop that is located in the trade district of Port.
Yeah, I'll most likely go there.
Okay, so you go there.
Start.
You go there. The owner like greets you and says, "Hello, hello. How can I help you?"
Yes, I'm looking for this root.
Ah, yes, yes. I actually have some in stock. And kind of like goes and kind of like plucks something. You see kind of like a tied off fishing bait type styled with the roots, and you see 3 of them. And these roots, they are basically big enough to be the size of a like a soda can, if you would.
Okay, how much?
I did tell you that the roots are gonna be 100 GB, and if you want to make 3 potions of healing, you need to like purchase the roots, and you need 300 GP to buy them. If you want to make 3, if you just want 1, you just need to pay 100 to get 1 root.
Oh, the roots are 100 gold each that she's selling.
Yes.
Okay. I will take all 3 that she has.
Okay. You give her the gold, she hands it to you. So you have the root.
Yep.
Okay. So you now have the main ingredient to make it. So switching gears. Layla, so you go to get breakfast, which you do. Is there anything else specifically you want to do?
Return the books, considering we're leaving, and the guild hall. Then I wanted to see their post.
Okay, so you return the books without needing to pay a fine, so that's good. And you go to the guild. So you go to the guild hall and you see the so you have the clerk, and then you have the a board, a quest board, if you would, to show the active quests that you could take.
Well, first, I guess I'll see if there are any any quest about specifically hunting someone?
So I want you to make an investigation check, and then roll for me a 1d6 die for me. 19. One. Okay, so going over, you do see a couple of quests that have that, but one quest stands out, and it appears to be a bounty for a criminal, a gang leader of sorts, of a bandit group. And the reward is basically 100,000 gold. 100,000, not 1,000. 100,000 gold.
100,000. I wonder where he. Does it say where he'll be?
So his last known whereabouts. So I will take the map. His last known whereabouts was located within the borders between the Kiron border and this border of the Mount Witch region. So between the borders here.
All right. What's his name?
Um.
Or the gang's name?
Okay. You making me going in overdrive?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So
Just a curiosity. I might not even pick it. So I'm gonna.
Okay, D&D fantasy name generator. D&D bandit group names. There we go. Thank you. So the group name of the bandits are called the Enigmas. So bandit group, the Enigmas. Sorry, give me a moment. Leader. Give me a moment. And the leader is Kolmer Vahana. So yeah, so bandit group, the Enigma's leader, Kolmer Vahana bounty.
Alright.
So wanted dead or alive. So following that, alive gets you full price, dead gets you half price.
Noted. We'll bring it up to the group when I have a chance. Are there any missions in Viking's Landing? I think it's called.
Yes. So with your investigation, okay, you managed to find some. Roll for me another 1d6. Sweet. Okay, you have 3 quests. One is some animal hunting. So some animal hunting like deer, wolf pelts that they want within Viking's Landing, within that area. Another quest is searching supposed caverns for like materials such as stone, diamonds, like materials needed for crafting.
Right.
And another one is a monster quest where you have to slay a monster.
Look into the monster one.
Okay, so let me pull up my monsters, because it has to be a creature that you guys will have to fight fairly. So let me just pull it up. There are talks about a monster that is terrorizing that section as they are trying to establish a new trade route with that area as a new port area for trade within Haven's Cove. And the monster is basically a large creature that is terrorizing the region. And I would say that this is a boss monster. Like a not a boss one, but kind of like a mini boss. There's not a lot of specifics about it, but you could tell that it's a large creature, is what the description of the quest says.
Would be fun.
So yeah, let me just post in the game chat. So Vikings landing area quests. So animal hunt, material gathering, and monster hunt. Let me just put up the reward. Animal hunt 50. So yeah. So that is what you basically get. So these are the details about the quests and or stuff that you managed to find.
Right then. Do I have to register them, or can anyone take them?
So anyone can technically take them, but if you are going after, say, like the monster hunt or the bounty, you would specifically need to register that. So like the material gathering and the hunting gathering, you could just go to that area and just get the materials and just turn it in, and they would like the guild will buy it off your hands. Let me just actually make an adjustment here.
Killing a bandit leader and killing a monster sounds fun. We'll... Would that mean I would have to become a member of the guild, or just...
No, no, it's like a work agency.
Okay, I'll take those two out. See whether or not we accomplish them. Who knows?
Yeah. So yeah, so you're getting the monster and the bounty, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you register that, you got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Um, we could... Let's say before I got here, I did a little more research at the library for something different when I went to drop off my books. If that's
Okay.
allowed, or if Nail wants to do something.
Yeah, Nail, is there anything specific you want to do?
Really? I mean, I did the thing I wanted to do.
Okay, you can do that. Mine is just something to pass the time. Let's get yours done first.
Yeah, so Nail, what is it that you want to do?
I did it. Getting the greater healing potion.
Ingredient you need to make it, though.
Yeah, I'll do that some other time. I mean, it takes a week to make, so it's not the easiest thing, especially if we're going to start leaving.
Yes, but you have the materials, you could do other things besides that.
And most likely need to get supplies before we leave, but other than that, I don't think there's anything else we need before we leave here.
So yeah. I'm just going over something right now, just pay no mind to me.
Alright.
We're going over monsters, so... Okay, yeah, seems fair, okay. So you guys want to get, whatchamacallit, materials and resources, you know, like food, supplies, and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
So if you want a week's worth of supplies, I would say that would be, well, depending how much exactly, like how many weeks do you want?
How long is the trip gonna be?
Well,
Like, how long would it take for us to get to at least Viking Landing?
Well, Vikings Landing isn't really a town. It would be more like how long would it take for us to go from Port to Vikings Landing back
yeah,
to,
Vikings
Great
Landing is
Empire?
basically like a landmark of sorts.
Yeah, okay.
It's a beach.
Yeah, it's a beach.
But you know what I mean, like how from there
Basically going with there instead of going by, you know, boat and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So probably maybe a week. Within a week. Um,
We need 2 weeks worth of supplies.
Unless we take a boat and get there quick, and then just make a land trip.
no, because going by boat will probably be like a week and a half or 2 weeks at most, because you're going.
Snapping.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll probably take like longer.
They take shorter since boats travel 24/7.
Yeah, and you're going around the whole thing, so it's like gonna take longer.
Okay, fine. We'll go by land there, and how long will it take us to get all the way to the capital here?
If you're going from Vikings Landing and making a stop to Ravenspire, so in the distance, I would say any fort town would take at least a week. So from Vikings Landing to Ravenspire would take a week, while Ravenspire to the capital would take at least 2 weeks.
So we'll need a month's supply.
Yeah, but we can resupply in Ravenspire.
That's true. We can probably. That's true. We can just take two weeks of supplies then.
Yeah, because you're going from Port to Vikings Landing to do a quest, and then from Vikings Landing to Ravenspire, and then if you want, you could make a stop to see if you could do that whole bounty situation that was basically happening around here on the borders between the capital region and the Mount Witch region, because they mostly kind of like hang out around there, and then you can make your way to the capital. That's basically what I'm saying in the idea of an option. I'm not telling you how to play. I'm just giving you the like option that you could do.
Honestly, if we find that secret route from Vikings Landing, that also. Well, then again, we still have our meeting, so whatever the plan is, we'll get it done. 2 weeks of supplies. How much is it gonna cost us?
So I would say 2 weeks supplies. I'll say 50 gold. So
Okay.
1 week is going to be 25. 2 week is going to be 50. And, you know, so every week is going to times 25 gold.
Okay. Do we take that out of party fund or?
Well, you have 100,281 GP. You also have the Duchess money that you just got, and the investigation budget you did not receive yet, but you are going to receive it once you probably arrive within Ravenspire or Kiron.
Okay.
So it's entirely up to you.
We'll just take it out of the party budget that we
Yeah.
currently have.
So you're gonna take it out of the budget of 100,281 GB.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you take it out.
Do we have a cart?
You do. You have the portable magical cart that is self-driven.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Well, not self-driven, but basically is able to summon mounts that you could use to drive it. So yeah. So it's a magic item. So it's the portable magic steed summoning carriage.
All
So I think I will be calling it the PMSSC, the Portable Magic Steed Summoning Carriage, for short. So the PMSSC. Or commonly known as this. So that's what it is. And it's like a carriage. Not a wagon, a carriage.
But it has a cargo spot, so...
Yes, it does. You need to buy basically a trunk. Well, it has trunks, which you could store stuff.
Right? How much is that gonna cost?
No, it already has, like,
Oh, here.
the carriage.
Okay. Thought you were saying we had to buy an extra space or something. Okay.
No, it's kind of like, finding an actual picture, but, I think the best combination I could think of would be... Really wish it was freaking larger. But this will have to do. So this is what the carriage would look like. So basically, the carriage is a magic item that is able to shrink. So, like I said, portable magic carriage, so you can carry it with you, and whenever you need to travel, you just like put it on the floor and just press a button, and it will grow to full carriage size, and it will just summon up astral magical steeds that will pull the carriage for you. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you have all of the materials, you have the quests and or bounties that you want to try to do.
Yeah, I just want the nail.
What?
Talk to...
Layla or Adrian?
No, Adrian's not even here. Layla is gonna talk to...
Shala?
Nail.
Nail.
Character? What was Nail's character? I keep holding down.
That is my name, my character.
Yeah,
Oh.
Drex is his Discord name, Nail is his character name.
I see. Talk to Nail.
Yeah.
Hi. How have you been lately?
Alright. Still having weird snake lady dreams.
Oh, speaking of dreams, I had quite a weird one where I go back where I remembered something way, way back when I was young. What do you know about mach- automatons, robots? Do you know that they can cast magic?
Let's see. Machines that can cast magic. GM, would my character know anything about Warforged?
Make a history check. Did you make the roll? Oh, there we go. Oh, natural 1 plus your modifier. Okay. You try to think, but mechanical magic? Warforge? Well, you don't know the term, but you wrap your head around it, but you never heard of such things. It seems alien to you.
I've never heard of any machines that can cast magic.
Ah, perhaps you can help me with one other thing then. Yes, I guess I'll try from my memory, minor illusions, the symbols I couldn't read from my memory.
Okay, you minor illusion the symbols.
Can you read what they say?
I am going over to Nail. Nail, what are the languages you know?
Celestial, Common, and Draconic.
Okay, so Celestial, Common, Draconic, and what else?
That's it.
Okay. So some of the symbols you kind of recognize, mostly the Celestial. And apparently, actually, no, not Celestial. You said the Draconic?
Yeah, I speak dragon, god, and regular people.
Okay. So there's only some symbols. You do recognize some, and it is celestial, but only a certain exit, kind of like a small sentence. And the sentence spell says how do I whisper? Slash whisper. Drex. Now?
You could just DM it to tonight.
Yeah, I know, but like trying to work it out, but you know, can't always do it.
Type \W and then the name.
W. So Drex Nail. There we go. Drex Nail.
Okay. Layla, the first part says, I'll point to whatever is the children of, and then this bit says must be destroyed.
Hmm. Fascinating. Thank you for your help.
So you guys are loading up the carriage and everything.
Yes.
Okay. So I would say, if you want, we could end the session here and then pick it off when the group leaves and makes their way to Viking's Landing. Or, if you want, we could continue going on the road and everything, doing the whole, like, road and travel to Viking's Landing with some combat. Not a lot, but maybe some.
We should most likely end it here until
I think
Adrian can join us.
Yeah, so you want to
Yeah,
end it?
and-
Okay, okay. So we'll end it here. And, yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed the session. I know it was kind of sloppy and slow at times, but, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.